You know, I got to tell y'all, here at the Faith and Freedom Coalition, we are proud to advocate for pro-family policy. Now, I've already done a little bit of introduction to my family that happens to be here tonight. Got my parents who have sponsored it, my brother who drove my brother-in-law who drove Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, and now I get to introduce you to my father-in-law, Congressman Barry Loudermilk. We're so thankful for you. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for being my representative. Thank you for being here.
All right. Thank you. Man, you know what? It is an exciting time to be an American because we have the opportunity not to just learn our history, but make history. If any of you have seen me on Fox News or Newsmax or one of the other newscasts, you've probably seen since during the pandemic, we actually got to see inside of people's homes, right? Whereas Fox News used to go to Atlanta or we go to the Washington, D.C. office or occasionally to New York. But during the pandemic, now all of a sudden, Skype and Zoom, whoever, Newsmax will use Zoom. It required people like me to actually clean their offices. So I put some things, what's in an office will tell a lot about a person. And so I started getting questions from people who would call or email and say, I saw you on Fox News. What is that picture that was behind you on the wall? Now, if you listened to me on Todd Starnes' radio show last week, you didn't see it because it's radio, okay? But it's a picture, it's a black and white picture of the landing of D-Day. It's actually a picture from the back of a Higgins boat, and you're seeing the back of the helmets of these young men who are getting ready to step off of this Higgins boat into literal hell. And they ask, why do you have that up there? Well, first of all, my dad served in World War II as a medic, and he was in the D-Day invasion. But second of all, it's a reminder to me, because when you look at that photo, you don't see the faces, you just see the helmets of these brave young men, most of them between the ages of 17 and 22, their whole lives ahead of them. But they're about to, of their own will, step off of the safety of that metal boat into the water to where more than likely they will lose their lives before they even get to the beach. And the reason I have that photo is not what's going through their mind at that time, but it reminds me of one thing that was not going through their mind. And that's the question, what's in it for me? None of them asked that question, what is in it for me? Because there was a greater cause and a greater purpose. We have the opportunity to make history again. We are in the war for the future of our nation. And you know what? We are winning. We are winning that war. How do I know we're winning that war? Because the enemy, they don't shoot at you unless you're taking their ground. We're under this fight because we're taking their ground. We've won the Dobbs decision. What did they do? Roll over? No. Something that I didn't think would ever happen in my lifetime. That a Supreme Court upheld the Constitution. Now, are we in this battle? Are we? Are we in this battle together? Because let me tell you, where I go around, a lot of people will say, what are you going to do to fix these problems? And it startles me. These are conservatives. I said, you're wanting Washington to fix the problems? No, you don't need us to do any more with government. We need to do less government and let the people of America fix the problems that are wrong with our nation. Yeah, but what about the cancel culture? Don't get canceled. Look, folks, since I've been in Congress, I've been a victim of a domestic terrorist attack. I've been run over, shot at, in a train wreck, and falsely accused of treason. What are you afraid of? You know what the book of Matthew tells us? Oh, by the way, Herschel, you're doing an awesome job. Now, what does everybody knows what? You don't even have to say Herschel, you say number 34, right? He's got a football over here. Why? Because everybody knows what Herschel's famous for. So I tell you what, I'm going to participate too. If they would allow me to sell, I would sell a tour of the Capitol to everybody in here. How's that? But you know, when I was falsely accused of giving reconnaissance tours of the Capitol, that really bothered me. Because now they're going after my character, my integrity. But then I looked in the book of Matthew and it says, blessed are those who are persecuted, who were reviled, and who are falsely accused. They're blessed because they're doing it because of what we stand for. Now let me tell you something. I'll close with this. There are triggers out there that just drives the left batty. And it's anything dealing with faith, family, or freedom. It drives them crazy. You know what one of the triggers is now? 1776. That is a trigger. You can get canceled for that. You know what my phone number is at my office? 770-429-1776. Now, why does that drive them crazy? Because of the last line of the Declaration of Independence. And in support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. What does that mean? Thomas Jefferson said he was inspired by the story of the 3 Hebrew children in the book of Daniel. Because if you remember, they were told, if you don't bow down, we're going to throw you into the furnace. But they responded and said, we believe that God will protect us, but if not, we still won't bow down. You see, they knew that what they were trying to do to fight against the most powerful military force in the history of the world was impossible. But they knew if they trusted in divine providence and they committed everything that they had, then God would deliver them. But they also said, but if not, we'll still dedicate everything we have. So are we in this battle together? Are we willing to take this nation back for our children and our grandchildren so that they can know a nation that's free, safe, and full of opportunity? God bless you and God bless the great United States of America.